Now, Akashi Seijuro is a very dynamic character in Kuroko no Basket as he was the esteemed captain of the Generation of Miracles. But the pressure and weight of expectations didn't come easy for Akashi, as he had a lot on his plate to be the person he is today. Now, Akashi was born into a rich family. He was the only heir and had to succeed in all areas by his father and spent all of his time studying or learning new skills. He only had his mom who would support him and allowed him to spend his free time playing basketball. His mother would eventually die when he's in 5th grade, and this causes his father to put him on an even more strict schedule, giving him all types of skills that he needed to master. He never got a break, and he would grow up unhappy. This was the responsibility of the Akashi family. To continue the family line, Akashi had to do whatever his father wished of him. He had no free time, and he was forced to learn every skill set he could. His mother's death really affected Akashi, as he did not know himself anymore. He was a child whose only happiness came from his mother. After losing her all this time, all he focused on was achieving victory. He did not even know what was gaining victory for. Akashi had always had expectations put onto him, and he could not lose no matter what. This is why his second personality was so important. We see these internal thoughts of Akashi and his dual personality a lot, and we come to terms with both of them as they decide to show their weaknesses to each other. Akashi's dual personality not only affects his behavior on the basketball court, but also impacts his relationships with his teammates and friends. As Akashi, he is approachable, caring, and values the unity of his team. He is capable of inspiring and motivating his teammates to reach their full potential. However, when Emperor takes over, his demeanor becomes cold and distant, causing rifts in his relationships. His dominating and perfectionist tendencies can create a sense of fear and unease among his teammates. These two are very different, and it comes down to the main core of Akashi's belief, which is ultimate victory. Akashi's mother plays a significant role in shaping his character and the way he approaches life. The loss of his mother has a profound impact on him, contributing to his dual personality and influencing his actions and mindset. Akashi's mother was a guiding force in his life, providing him with love, support, and a sense of stability. She instilled in him a strong work ethic, emphasizing the importance of discipline and dedication. Her influence played a crucial role in Akashi's development as a driven and ambitious individual. However, when his mother passed away, he experienced a profound sense of grief and loss. This event marked a turning point in his life and had a lasting impact on his emotional well-being. The absence of his mother created a void that he struggled to fill, leading to the feelings of loneliness and abandonment. The loss of his mother also exacerbated the internal conflict within Akashi, fueling the emergence of his dual personality. As a way to cope with his grief and the pressures of life, he created an alternate persona, Emperor, which embodied his desire for control and superiority. This persona shielded him from vulnerability and allowed him to maintain a facade of strength and dominance. Furthermore, the loss of his mother intensified the weight of expectations placed upon Akashi. He felt compelled to live up to the standards she had set for him, as well as the expectations of his peers and teammates. The fear of disappointing his mother's memory and failing to meet these expectations became a driving force behind his relentless pursuit of perfection. While the loss of his mother had a profound negative impact on Akashi, it also served as a catalyst for his own personal growth and self-reflection. Over time, he comes to realize that his mother's legacy lies not only in her expectations, but also in the love and values she imparted to him. Through introspection and the support of his friends, Akashi begins to reconcile his grief and find strength in the memories and teachings of his mother. Now, Akashi would go on to join Teiko Middle School, and this was an already powerhouse school known for being a strong basketball club. The school had a strong winning philosophy, as their motto was ever victorious, meaning winning is everything and losing is unacceptable. Akashi's time at Teiko Middle School was a pivotal period in his life, marked by immense pressure as he assumed the role of the captain of the Generation of Miracles. The responsibilities and expectations placed upon him during this time were staggering, and it had a significant impact on his development as a player and as an individual. This is another huge burden for Akashi, going to a school that only knows how to win. Victory was something that Akashi knew all of his life. Now he's also at a school that emphasizes it more. I think Teiko had a lot to do for Akashi's upbringing as well, and caused him to change significantly in his time there. At first, he enjoyed playing with his friends and going out to eat and having fun, but as Teiko started to cruise by in victories and the Generation of Miracles talent started blooming, the team completely changed. The weight of expectations grew immensely on Akashi's relationships. His teammates look up to him as the leader of the Generation of Miracles, expecting him to consistently perform at an extraordinary level. The Generation of Miracles was renowned for their unbeatable record and dominance on the court. Akashi bore the weight of upholding their legacy and ensuring their continued success. The pressure to maintain the team's unbeatable status and to consistently deliver victories was immense. They rely on him to make split-second decisions and lead them to victory, and shoulder the burden of the team's success. This immense pressure can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness for Akashi, as he struggles to meet the high-sky expectations placed upon him. Now, victory was certain, and it got boring for all of them. Everyone stopped showing up to practice because they knew they were going to win regardless. They no longer had that fun that made basketball so great. Now it just felt like a chore to them. Akashi was a part of this tragedy to happen. When their head coach got ill, Akashi tried to get everyone to come back to practice, but it did not work. Even Murasakibara starts to disobey Akashi because he refuses to follow someone weaker than him. Akashi then challenges Murasakibara to a one-on-one to continue going to practice. To cope with the mounting pressure, Akashi's dual personality emerged as a coping mechanism. The Emperor Eye persona embodied his relentless pursuit of victory and allowed him to dominate opponents with his exceptional basketball skills. This persona helped Akashi maintain a sense of control and provided an outlet for his anxieties and insecurities. However, the immense pressure and the burden of expectations also created a sense of isolation for Akashi. He felt a deep sense of loneliness as the weight of leadership often let him distance himself from his teammates. The fear of vulnerability and the need to appear invincible further contributed to his isolation. Despite the challenges he faced, Akashi's time at Teiko was instrumental in shaping his character and basketball prowess. It pushed him to continuously strive for improvement and fueled his drive to be the best. The pressure he experienced served as a catalyst for his growth and development, helping him hone his leadership skills and refine his playing style. The pressure to be perfect is another burden Akashi carries. He strives for flawlessness in every aspect of his game, aiming to execute plays flawlessly and win at any cost. This relentless pursuit of perfection is driven by his fear of failure and the belief that any misstep would tarnish his reputation and the legacy he inherited as a member of the Generation of Miracles. Akashi at first is getting destroyed in his matchup against Murasakibara, but just as he's about to lose, he thinks about the thought of losing. He knows that he has to win no matter what, and winning is everything. With this mindset engraved into his mind, he activates his Emperor Eye and his second personality starts to take hold. Losing is something Akashi has never experienced in his life. He was first taught by his father to excel in everything and always win, and then now goes to a school where winning is everything as well. His second personality comes from Akashi's weakness of not wanting to lose, to achieve victory no matter what. When his mother died, his education had accelerated, and he now felt like he was a different person. At school, he was the loving, kind Akashi, and then at home, he was an uncaring, cold Akashi who just worked for victory. Akashi enjoyed basketball as it was the only thing he had left from his mother. He was glad to be on a team and play to his heart's content. Eventually, as the Generation Miracles talent started to bloom more, he was losing his control as a captain. Victory now felt like his obligation and a burden rather than something to achieve. He became impatient with his own fear that his teammates' growth would leave him behind. Basketball was no longer fun to him. The place where he could just relieve himself of his worries and have fun from all of the stress he endures at home had now vanished. His other self was created from Akashi's desire for victory with no weaknesses. He didn't want to shoulder this burden that weighs on his heart forever. He did not want to know what it was like to lose. For him, everything gained in victory is lost through defeat. This is why Akashi is so focused on victory at any cost. He completely forgets why he even wants to be victorious. His second personality had to come out because the weight of expectations was too much, that he needed to form a new skill to be able to keep up with the Generation of Miracles. His own weaknesses allowed his second personality to form. It made the real Akashi disappear and sink into his own mind. The real Akashi really wanted his second personality to lose, but he realized that he also doesn't want to lose to Kuroko at that time, and his desire for victory is still there. He takes over his body once again and comes back to the game with a relieving look to help finish what was started and make amends for time lost. Akashi faces internal conflicts and struggles with his dual personality. The emergence of his Emperor Eye persona representing his dominating and ruthless side adds another layer of burden. He battles with the internal conflict between his desire for control and his inherent goodness as a person. The constant push and pull between his two personas create a burden of reconciling his conflicting desires and finding a balance within himself. These burdens start to take a toll on Akashi both mentally and emotionally. The way he carries shapes his character, intensifies his drive, and fuels his ambition. It also contributes to his development and transformation throughout the story, as he confronts the consequences of his actions and learns valuable lessons about teamwork, trust, and the importance of genuine connection with others. Akashi's dual personality and the weight of expectations intertwine with his personal journey of self-discovery. Throughout the series, he gradually realizes the negative impact of his ruthless and dominating persona. He starts questioning his actions and the toll they have taken on his relationships. Akashi recognizes that true strength lies not only in individual talent and victory, but also in fostering trust and unity within the team. As Akashi's character develops, he learns to embrace vulnerability and acknowledge the importance of relying on his teammates. He begins to understand that his dual personality is a reflection of his own internal conflicts and insecurities. Through self-reflection and the support of his friends, he finds the courage to confront and reconcile his different personas. Akashi's journey highlights the significance of personal growth and the importance of striking a balance between ambition and empathy. By embracing his true self and letting go of the weight of expectations, Akashi discovers a renewed sense of purpose and finds fulfillment beyond mere victory on the basketball court. Akashi is one of my favorite characters ever, and the way he's portrayed was done excellently. He truly is one of a kind, and it goes to show how deep of a character he was. Well, I hope you guys liked the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back in the next one. Peace.